Now this one is light, so it's easy to swing. And it has holes here, so it makes a whoosh sound here. With this, let's try the two-step swings. So it has 3 stages. Stage 1 is with the both feet together. Throw. So you're taking away step and then towards step here. So, this is stage 1. Stage 2, only you're taking this step. So with the narrow stance here. This is second stage. Stage 3, your regular stance. So the purpose of this motion is, this is the trigger motion. You're using the club to generate the trigger motion for the moment. So club trigger and the active backswing, let it go. So let's go to stage 3. You can practice stage 1 and 2 on your own, but today we'll just use stage 3.
So it's no steps,
yeah? Yeah. And then here you loosened the grip here. That means you lost the tension here. Yeah. So maintain the tension, let it go. So in the backswing is not quick, this motion, rather exaggerate toward the end of the backswing. Like that. Yeah. And then make it more dynamic using the trigger and active motion, but the motion should be coming from the body instead of this motion here. Yep. Again. So when your body is active, you'll have to pull the arms down. So you will be able to do a little bit of shallowing. Actually, you are now having some shallowing motion here at the top. So this is good. Again, have a rhythm. The simple rhythm here is Vijay Singh. Let's try this. Yeah, that's one thing. Or you can do K'now, kapow, kabam. K'now, kapow, kabam. That was a bit robot-like motion here. It should be, again, smooth motion here. Okay. This side, this is also transition. From the trigger to backswing, here, this is also transition. So when you are in the stage 1, then during this motion, you are actually taking the step here, while it's still here. So you have to give it more time. So, and the body is moving with that, and then take a step. So the same thing here. And then build. So no rush. The motion was a bit too slow in the backswing. Faster backswing. So more time, more transition here, but then active backswing motion. That's a bit snappy. You have to use the whole body. So use the right leg more. That's good, that's good. So repeat this. Now say K'now, kapow, kabam. Yes, 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 yes. Kapow, kabam. So kapow, exaggeration. Or simply, Vijay Singh. Actually, Vijay works better for you.
Too many things to say.
Yeah, Vijay Singh, that works better for you. Yeah, so then you can connect the backswing to downswing really well here. So practice this a lot.
I feel a lot more in the core.
Yeah, as you repeat this motion again and again, you will naturally build the rhythm. So even without thinking, your body will move like that. And always the action is mainly coming from the leg actions first. And then using there, you're promoting good upper body turn here. So here's the engine. This is the passenger. So using the engine, you're generating the rotational motion. But of course, using the rotational motion, you want to generate good end point motion, right?
Yeah.
But if it comes from the lower body action, it's a lot easier to generate active motion. But when you use arms here, from here, quickly throw, you have a quick action, and then throw, it drops it. That's your original swing pattern.
Is that because everything's trying to catch up?
So what
to
happens?
the fast?
Yeah, so from here, normally when we are in a station position like this, the only way we can start the backswing is pushing the ground this direction and then generating this spinning motion. With that, you'll have quick motion here. But in order to really use the body, you have to have this motion. Slight body trigger and then start the motion here. And with that, you should be able to push the ground continuously all the way to top of backswing. So actually, the lateral force, the ground direction force acting in this direction, should reach a peak value at the top of backswing instead of an early throw. So, at the top, you actually have a maximum force acting in this direction. With that, throw. So when you wait until the foot lands, then throw. So when we did the rope swing, you first touch down first, and then try to throw. That's what happens. So this touchdown motion, this step, is coming from this leg push. Push and then reach. Take step instead of intentionally.
I'm losing that push really early.
No, I think you're currently, your motion pattern is a lot better now.
Well, before.
Yeah, already you are into this pattern. So welcome to the quantified. You are quantified now. Yeah. So it's called the.
Can you film this from face on?
No, it's all recorded now. You'll be able to see everything again. So again, develop. So in doing this, almost like having a little bit of rhythmic motion. Okay, somehow you have a good thing happen today, so you are in good mood. You want to dance, so you're let it go. Have a little bit of up and down motion, a little bit of bouncing motion. Again. Still, I want to see more up and down motion. Kick, 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 kick. Not just turning here, but kick, kick. Yeah, use your knees a bit more. So have a little bit of up and down feel. You are dancing, you're dancing with your wife here. So always have a good vertical motion feel here. And particularly, you have to support your body well with the right leg in the backswing. Now let's go to a heavier object here. Now, the orange whip is heavier. So you can feel the motion of the orange ball better. One thing, at the end of the backswing, try to minimize the bending.
Minimize it.
Then that means you are not rushing down or pulling. Wait until this is completed and then throw.
Okay.
But stage three again. Now this is heavier, so the tempo will be a bit slower than that one. Again. And then if you have too much upper body motion, you lose the balance. Still, you are keeping your leg too straight. Yeah, so have a little bit of flexion. Yeah, so that you can dance. Yeah, that flow is good. And then keep good. Yeah, keep good, wind up, and wait until this is completed, and then go down. So when you wait until this is completed, then your body is now ready, and then at once let it go. Yes, yes. Now look at your left leg here. It's a throw and then in this position. But your original swing, now you are standing on the lead side.
Right.
Yep. Yep. Look at that. So this is the basic rhythm. say Vijay Singh. Depending on the weight, the tempo may be slightly different, but basically Vijay Singh. But wait here so that you minimize the bending instead of rushing down, right? Instead of pulling this down, you're using your body and then throw at once, then you can use the little leg. But if you go here and then swing like this, you cannot stand on this, right? So this is what you need to practice. So she will monitor you.
Yeah.
And
So here's an interesting question. How can we transition this sort of movement into a three-quarter shot?
three-quarter shot, then that's still you have the same movement here, not as big as that.
Right.
Even if you have a partial shot, still you have to have a good transition phase here. Wait here and then let it go. Normally, when you have chip shots with shorter distance, then you don't move the body and then just use like this. Obviously, you practice a lot and you are used to do it, but even with the partial shots, still similar rhythm here. And the wait, and then let it go. A bit more and then let it go. A bit less, but let it go. Still you have enough transition phase. Still the idea is the same.
Try not to get this to flex.
Instead of just using the upper body,
Grouping
you
together.
still have a good lower body action and a good rhythm here, and then here, let it go. To let it go. It's still the same idea. It's important to use the legs well. So particularly try to promote more knee bend. Then you'll be able to push the ground more actively here. So it gives you good rhythm. But if you keep the legs straight, then all you do is this here. Okay. And then swing. Another one I want you to do is this. So in the downswing, you tend to reach the peak angular velocity a bit late. So let's do this. Stage 3. So 2 pumping actions.
Okay. It's hard.
It's a bit too much, so you can make it a bit shorter. So using the body, instead of using the arms, just the body. And yeah. Yes. So what happens is when you try to stop it here, then you have to decelerate this. So then you have to, basically you have to start the early acceleration and the early deceleration. Then you can stop it here.
I think the first time I try to stop it with the arms, and you can't.
So use the body, and then let it go. That way, you can activate these muscles early on here. So although in this pumping action, you try to stop it about here, but that actually promotes the early muscle action and the early deceleration here. So it actually activates the muscle early for that. Active, here. Yeah. And then the last one, give a bit bigger wind up here. Yes. So the previous one, after this pumping, you didn't go much here and then try to swing here. But now it's a bit back here and then let it go. So the timing is better. Yeah. So now regular stage 3, followed by stage 3 with the pumping. A regular stage 3 without pumping. Yeah, without pumping and with the pumping. 2 in a row.
So go without first.
And then the next one, stage 3 without pumping. And then with pumping then. And then between the stage 3s, you should have a reasonable time so you don't lose the rhythm. So here, swing, come back, swing. Even so, the time gap between the stage 3s, without pumping and with the pumping, still this time is a part of the whole rhythm. If you take too much time, then you lose that rhythm. Yeah.
So alternate, 1 and 1.
Oh, look at the lead leg action. So this is a natural flow. Instead of trying to go bring up here and then use the upper body a lot, you're now using the legs a lot more actively. So whatever you use, it should be a functional motion involving the whole body, and then the motion should have clear task, which is promoting good swing plane, and the early acceleration here, and then deceleration here, and also have enough transition time here to keep good wind up. Your goal in the backswing is creating good wind up and coiling. When you have these things melt in any practice drills, then that's good. That makes it functional. But if you do isolated things, and then static range of motion, this doesn't work. Yeah. You have to use the lower body and then have a rhythmic motion here in the reach. That's okay. So have a more purposeful practice.
Would it be okay to do this drill with a driver, a normal club? Yeah.
So ultimately, you have to go to a driver, and then when you use driver, then introduce a visual target like this. Yeah. So you touch the tip of the tee all the time when you swing back and forth. That way, you have a clear focus of delivering the club head to that position while maintaining good rhythm here. Right? So, but more than anything, for a while, develop this good body rhythm. When you feel comfortable, then it's easy to have a more active backswing. So practice this a lot.
It's a lot easier with having the fluid motion before, because when you're over a ball, obviously you're stagnant, right?
And so now here, when you do this, it's easy to have active backswing. Then here, you have to introduce a little bit of trigger motion and then start. Or internally you're counting. Okay? 1, 2, 3. As long as your body have expectation of when to start the motion, then the body certainly moves before that to make it easier. But without any thinking here, just stand here. All you can do is just spinning, pushing the ground this way. But you know, to have active motion here, a little bit of body action, and then start this here. And the end goal of backswing is going all the way actively here, not quick early action. As long as you remember that. And then when you start hitting the ball, have one thought of speeding up your backswing. So try to make the backswing as fast as possible. Even to the level you feel a bit uncomfortable initially. But once you get used to it, then in order to have that fast backswing, your body has to certainly move before the initiation backswing. So that way you train your body. And then you get used to this rhythm. Okay? So work on this. Okay. Since you are not far away from here, so maybe you can come back maybe in January or February, okay. And check the rhythm. And then when she says you passed, then it's okay. But if you fail to pass, then you have to pay her, in every session $10.
Okay.
Yeah. And then try to have a dance motion. And when you walk, instead of just to walk like this, feel the rhythm here, as if you are holding a big boombox on your shoulder here. And then, particularly in this, always try to have a walking outward, taking step outward and take step outward. This is throwing action. So throw. When you do the rope swing, the same thing. Throw the rope here and then throw the rope. Always have the image of stepping outward. So with the boombox here, step outward. So this will help. So make it natural.
So this should happen automatically with bracing into it. So
particularly when you have the image of throwing this, instead of bring this, lift it up and try to pull, then you lose the timing. But if you have good throw and wait until throwing is done, and then throw this way here, you don't rush. And also when you throw, you use the right leg well in the throwing action here. So your right leg will support your body. In the downswing, when you try to throw this way, left leg supports your body really well. So you have this action and then this action. So instead of pulling it. When you try to pull it, it leads to the spiral swing. The hands are going a bit inward here. You keep pulling. Okay?
And the this relationship gets shorter.
And also the wrist is going in early release. But you throw here, weight, and then shallowing here. Throw, and at the end into the shallowing motion here. And also here, throw here. Then you also have a delayed release.